At 5 p.m. the Prime Minister will outline plans for the final step of the roadmap out of lockdown, which is expected to begin on July 19. The date was pushed back by 4 weeks from June 21 because of a surge in coronavirus cases caused by the Delta variant. At the time, scientists remained uncertain exactly how effective the vaccines were against the mutation spreading across the country. But new data has since emerged to boost hopes the pandemic is drawing to a close. Public Health England has found the risk of hospitalization and death from the strain is drastically cut by jabs. The analysis indicates 2 injections of Pfizer-BioNTech is 96% effective against severe illness. The Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is 92% effective against hospitalization. It means, despite a rapid increase in daily COVID cases in recent weeks, the number of hospitalizations and deaths has remained relatively low. Yesterday 24,248 new infections were recorded, while there were 15 new fatalities and 358 hospital admissions. Over the weekend, the new Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, said the data meant it was now possible to look at returning to normal. He wrote in a Sunday newspaper, "Tragically, the last time we had 28,000 new cases of COVID-19 in a day, we saw about 500 people die each day. On Friday, we had almost 28,000 cases a day, but 24 times fewer people lost their lives. There will always be the possibility that we have to deal with dangerous new variants that evade the vaccine, but I encourage everyone to get their jabs now if they haven't already done so." In the Mail on Sunday, he added, "We have to be honest with people about the fact that we cannot eliminate COVID. We also need to be clear that cases are going to rise significantly. I know many people will be cautious about the easing of restrictions, that's completely understandable. But no date we choose will ever come without risk, so we have to take a broad and balanced view. We are going to have to learn to accept the existence of COVID and find ways to cope with it, just as we already do with flu." Ministers set the target of 2/3 of the adult population receiving a second COVID jab by July 19 to help give maximum protection to those most vulnerable from the virus ahead of the last step of unlocking. According to the latest data, 33,614,952 Britons, 63.8% of the adult population, have received a second dose. Meanwhile, 45,274,497 people, 86%, have had at least one injection. Unveiling the latest data, Mr. Johnson will this afternoon outline the government's plans for face masks, social distancing and working from home when England moves into stage 4. Ahead of his announcement, the Prime Minister said, "Thanks to the successful rollout of our vaccination program, we are progressing cautiously through our roadmap. Today we will set out how we can restore people's freedoms when we reach step 4. But I must stress that the pandemic is not over and that cases will continue to rise over the coming weeks. As we begin to learn to live with this virus, we must all continue to carefully manage the risks from COVID and exercise judgment when going about our lives."